before I let you guys get into today's video, the video I just recorded and that you're about to see, it took me 2 hours to record. So going forward, I want to know whether or not you guys want to see videos like this going forward or not. So definitely drop a like on this video if you enjoy it. And if you love the idea of this and want to see longer videos like this, dropping a like lets me know. It helps me understand what to do going forward. But if you don't enjoy this video, comment down below and let me know what was wrong with it or whatever it may be. That way I know going forward. This helps me become a better YouTuber, a better content creator for you guys. So this is just a little bit of a different video. Like I said, it took me 2 hours to record. Longest video by far that I've ever recorded. So this is a different one. Let me know you guys' overall thoughts on it. Dropping a like helps to let me know. But I'll let you guys enjoy the video. What is good, YouTube? And welcome back to a brand new video. Today we're starting our two-part series to end off NBA 2K22. I was going to do it all in one video, but I think that video would be extremely long, so I decided to split it up into two, as today we're going to be rebuilding every single Western Conference team to a championship, or at least that's the goal. So let me explain it a little bit more in the video. Before we get into today's video, make sure you guys drop a like on this one, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and like I said, we're going to be rebuilding every single Western Conference team to a championship in this video. So 15 championships, hopefully in 15 seasons. So basically what I get one season with each team in the Western Conference to rebuild them and win a championship. We're going to do this all in one video. So make sure you guys drop a like on this one if you enjoy this idea. Definitely greatly appreciate it. I also plan on having timestamps for every single team. So if you do want to skip around, just watch your favorite teams, then there you go. But today we get to start out with the Los Angeles Clippers. Tomorrow we're going to do this to the Eastern Conference, as this will be the ultimate send-off of NBA 2K22, which leads us into NBA 2K23 on Thursday. So here we go. Let's get started with the Los Angeles Clippers. So I get one trial run with each team, starting with the Los Angeles Clippers. Hopefully it's 15 championships in 15 seasons. That's the goal. So right now, this Clippers roster is already kind of built to win a championship. But as we know, most of the time they don't win it in 2K. So we got to find a way to make this team even better. So that is going to be the game plan right now. So I want to keep Kawhi and Paul George, of course, as much as possible. So Kawhi and Leonard and Paul George, they're playing shooting guard and small forward. So what I want to do is want to get as good as I possibly can. So we get Chris Middleton being offered to me. Malcolm Brogdon and Robert Williams seems like the perfect trade to just start this video off with. But we got Ben Simmons as well and TJ Warren, another decent offer. So we're getting some good offers here. So this could be a really good start. Draymond Green and Jordan Poole. But I think that Malcolm Brogdon, Robert Williams trade makes so much sense. I think it fits exactly what we're looking for. So obviously this will be super unrealistic today, since I'm trying to win as quick as possible with each team. So I'm going to do this trade, Malcolm Brogdon and Robert Williams for Norman Powell, John Wall, and Amir Coffey. So we're going to do that trade. We're going to have Malcolm Brogdon and Robert Williams kind of round out our rotation a little bit more. So I think that's going to make our point guard spot really good, Robert Williams really good, and then Paul George, Kawhi. So now we need a really good starting power forward, because I don't trust Covington and I don't trust Marcus Morris necessarily. So what I want to do is I want to keep Zubac as the backup, but I'm going to try to trade Covington and Marcus Morris for a power forward if possible. So Kevin Love almost seems like the perfect ideal fit. Jonathan Isaac, also love the idea of that. And we get Mo Bamba, which makes... so I want Kevin Love, but I think I'm going to do the Jonathan Isaac trade. His defensive player of the year prowess they could potentially win. That might make Zubac a little bit more expendable if Mo Bamba could be our backup, or Mo Bamba's more expendable. So I'm going to go till I have a perfect 9-man rotation, but Malcolm Brogdon, Paul George, Luke Kennard's fine, Batum, Kawhi, Jonathan Isaac, then, okay, Robert Williams. So I want to have an 80 overall and above for each backup spot. Let's go to player progression. That way and I could still sign a free agent if I need to, but let's go to player progression. That way we know who is good and who's not. So Kawhi and Paul George go down, which, makes sense. But we got Jonathan Isaac, Zubac, and Mo Bamba all up. Okay, so what I want to do is I'm going to trade Reggie Jackson, and let's say Luke Kennard for a good guard. So let's try to see if we can get a good guard of this. Or Capella's popping up is kind of nice as well. Do we got anything else? I'm going to do this Clint Capella trade. That gives us a legitimate backup center or even starting center, depending on what we decide to do. And then I guess we can move Isaac or Zubac and Mo Bamba for a power forward or guard. Middleton popping up is perfect. We need to just build a championship team as soon as possible. Christian Wood, move him to power forward if we wanted to. Jakob Poeltl, McDaniels, and D'Angelo Russell. That seems perfect. I'm doing this trade with the Minnesota Timberwolves. We're going to get McDaniels and D'Angelo Russell. So D'Lo is giving me the backup point guard to, so I like that. And then McDaniels backup Kawhi. So I'm loving that a lot. And then Clint Capella backup Robert Williams. So we kind of have our backup center. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so we need to get a little bit more. So I'm seeing Terrence Mann. So we need a shooting guard or we need a power forward. So I'm going to go Terrence Mann, who's, I guess he's not on his big contract yet. Is there anybody else I can trade away? Nope. I think we kind of have all of our rotational guys. So let's just throw these 3 guys together. See if we get lucky and pop something up. Pat Connaughton could be what we need. Jared Vanderbilt, also like the idea of him. So I'm going to probably do the Jared Vanderbilt trade, Gafford and Corey Kispert. But I'm going to do the Vanderbilt trade with the Utah Jazz. And we get Vanderbilt to probably round out this rotation. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that is going to be our rotation we roll with the Los Angeles Clippers. That is the rebuild we got with the Clippers. That is our first Western Conference team. Actually, you know, loading a draft class doesn't even matter because we are going to see if this team can win a championship. Power rank is going to land us at number 1. We're going to make sure we run a 9-man rotation. We're going to make sure our proficiency is set. But I'm liking the starting 5. I'm liking the rotation we put together for the Clippers to start this video off. Proficiency is 4.5 defense, be 4.5 balance as well. So let's run this season and let's see if we can win a championship. So one thing I also won't be doing in today's video is messing with the shot tendencies. I think I'm going to leave the shot tendencies the way they are, just as another challenge. That way I'm not like, you know, cheesing the system even more. Although I don't know if cheesing is really that big of a deal, or messing with shot tendencies is really that cheesy. But we're going to simulate. We're going to see who win a championship year number 1 with the Clippers to start this video off nicely. So at the end of the season with the Clippers, we went 65-17, and here are your player stats. So let's go ahead and see if this team can win a championship. 29 from Paul George, 22 from Kawhi, 20 from Brogdon, 16 from D'Lo, and then you had 12 from Capella and 10 from Robert Williams. So we're going to go ahead and simulate the play-in, and honestly, we're going to click simulate current round to save time for each spot. Actually, maybe not. I'll get nervous probably. Simulate current round against Denver. 8th seed, we beat them. That's a good start. I mean, losing to an 8th seed would have been a disaster. But now we get to play the Dallas Mavericks, who have Luka Doncic. So you never really know with Luka, but we do beat them as well. And now we get the Timberwolves. We weakened them a little bit, but they do still have Towns and Gobert. So anything is possible. We do beat them in 6. And now we get the Toronto Raptors, Kawhi Leonard's former team. This is for us to win the championship. And we do that just like that. Los Angeles Clippers, check. We rebuilt a championship team with the Clippers. Now it's time to go to the next team, which honestly, I have no idea which one it is. We take a real quick look. Who is the next Western Conference team? We got the Memphis Grizzlies next. So I think the Clippers were relatively an easy roster, but now we have the Memphis Grizzlies, which is honestly relatively a decently easy roster as well. So proficiency, or as far as progression, not proficiency, we got Jaren Jackson going up, Desmond Bane going up. So that's good. I want to keep those 3 together. That's one thing I definitely want to keep around. So we need a better power forward, and we need a better small forward and a better center. So that's what we're going to be looking for. So let's go ahead and get started with the trade finder. So Dylan Brooks and Steven Adams, let's throw them in a trade, and let's throw an unprotected pick. Let me get a really good center out of the trade finder, or even getting a small forward wouldn't be bad either. We can get Bogdan and Capella. I got Bam Adebayo being offered. I might have to do that trade to start this off. Bam Adebayo would be perfect. Ben Simmons as well is also really cool. Michael Porter Jr. Some good options here. OG Anunoby pops up, but I honestly think I can't pass up that Bam Adebayo trade. We also take on Duncan Robinson's contract, but sign me up at Bam Adebayo and Jaren Jackson front court to start this off. That is a perfect start. So now we need a, I want to keep Tyus Jones as my backup point guard, but now we need a better, we need a starting small forward. So we got Duncan Robinson's gigantic contract. I'll throw Vince Williams in here as well. So all this for a really good small forward. If you want to pop up again Ben Simmons, I'm so okay with that. But of course he's not going to now. That makes sense. Okay, so Al Horford. Is there anyone else that maybe has better trade value? Does Jake LaRavia have a bit better of trade value? Capella's popping up again. I'm going to try not to trade for like the same players over and over again, obviously. I mean, does Brandon Clark get me a better, like I would like to keep him as well, but I definitely need a really good small forward. TJ Warren pops up. Jordan Poole. And we get Draymond Green. I think I'm going to have to do this trade. We are giving up a lot of depth, but we're going to be getting Jordan Poole and Draymond Green. We're also weakening the Warriors by doing this, so that's a win-win. So now Draymond Green or Desmond Bane, one of you is going to play small forward. Desmond Bane goes up to an 87. So not that you should play Desmond Bane actually at small forward, but I'm going to have him there, and then I'm going to move Jordan Poole to the shooting guard. So now you have John Morant, Tyus Jones. You got Jordan Poole, Desmond Bane, Zaire Williams, which I actually like Zaire Williams as well, Draymond Green, and you have Xavier Tillman as your backup center. So honestly, I'm already feeling good about how this is looking. I think I would like to upgrade my shooting guard spot, and then I'm ready to go because Draymond Green is going to be a fine backup power forward. So let's just upgrade our shooting guard spot, and then I'm ready. So let's just throw you guys in the trade, and I don't know if this is going to give me anything good, but I might get a good backup shooting guard somehow. And Yeka Okongwu popping up just seems like a gift. So I might have to do that trade and get like someone else. So I'm going to go to the Hawks, and I'm doing that trade. I'm getting Yeka Okongwu from the Atlanta Hawks. Either I play him at power forward, I play him at center, either way. And then what we're going to do is move Draymond. So Okongwu goes down. So I'm going to keep him at center. And then I'm going to probably trade Tillman and whatever else I can find for a shooting guard. Hopefully this gives me just like a good shooting guard somehow. Montrezl Harrell, Max Strus. Okay, that's not too bad. Terrence Davis, also not too bad. Just keep looking just in case. This will be my last trade most likely. So I'm going to go ahead and get Max Strus and Gabe Vincent, I think. So that is going to be my backups. And now we're ready to go. So we did the Clippers, and now we've got the Grizzlies, which I'm feeling confident about how we just put together this team. Power King's going to land us at number 6. This is going to be your rotation. We're going to go 9-man again. John Morant, Jordan Poole, Desmond Bain, Jaren Jackson, Bam Adebayo, Tyus Jones, Draymond, Okongwu, and Max Strus. Feeling very good about that. Proficiency is 4.5 balance. So we're going to simulate season number 2, and let's even go win a championship with the Memphis Grizzlies. So we once again have conquered the first seeded in the West, and this time we went 58-24, so not quite as good as the record with the Clippers, and this time the Clippers don't even get in the playoffs. So interesting. If we look at the stats real quick, player stats, we had 29 from John Morant, 19 from Jordan Poole, 18 from Jaren Jackson, 15 from Bain, and then 14.5 from Bam Adebayo. Similar to plan, we get the Portland Trailblazers in round 1, who have Josh Hart, so that's their roster. Somebody current round against the Blazers, and we're going to sweep them, so that's a great start. And now we get the Lakers. Let's go and see if we can beat them as well. We sweep them, and now we get the Denver Nuggets. Let's keep it going. Go undefeated in the playoffs, potentially. We do. Now we get the Celtics, and we are going to be absolutely tested by the Celtics. Maybe the strategy is to weaken the Celtics each and every time, because we might actually low-key lose our championship to the Celtics here with the Grizzlies, which is so unfortunate, but that might be the case here, boys. So let's go ahead and see if we can come back from this deficit that we have right now. We're down 3-2 to the Celtics. Are the Celtics really that team, man? Are they really about to be that team in this video? So the Celtics are going to stump us from winning a championship with the Grizzlies, which is an L. So we are 1 of 2 right now. The Celtics are one of those teams we might have to weaken each and every time, because they are that team. So that is something we have to keep note of. But for now, we lose the Grizzlies. On to the next team. Next is probably the toughest team of the video, that being the Utah Jazz. I'm not really sure what to expect when it comes to rebuilding this Jazz team, but we're going to do our very best. So as far as free agents are concerned, there's really nobody I could sign. I could sign Miles Bridges right now, but I'm not going to do that. So I have to go completely through the trades to try to get this team to a championship contender. So good luck to me, but here we go. We're going to start this off. We have a lot of draft picks that might work in our favor, so I'm not really sure. So we got Marcus Smart being offered to us. Bam Adebayo again, which I'm not going to do this time. Russell Westbrook, Isaac. I'm going to start this off with a Ben Simmons trade. I do like that. So I'm going to get Ben Simmons from the Brooklyn Nets to start off with the Utah Jazz. We just lost with the Grizzlies, so super disappointing. But now we have Ben Simmons, who's going to play probably that power forward spot for us. So I am going to keep Colin Sexton as well, because he scores like in bunches. So I think he's going to be great. We're actually going to move him to point guard, because I know he goes up. So that way we have him at point guard. So next, Vanderbilt, I don't mind, but he's not really somebody I trust to be like my starter. So I'm going to just do my best to get as good as I possibly can with the small circumstances that I have. So Draymond Green popping up, but I don't really want to do either of those trades. So let's try, if I can do unprotected, that'd be great. Unprotected for Lauri Markkanen. Got LeVert popping up, John Wall, Capella again. Again, I'm going to try to stay away from Capella this time. Okay. I think we're going to have to throw more salary in this trade. So let's go ahead and throw Malik Beasley with Lauri Markkanen. That way we have salary to match a bigger contract. So we got Jalen Brunson, Mitchell Robinson again, which I don't mind that trade at all. So I kind of like the idea of getting Jalen Brunson and Mitchell Robinson. So I'm going to do this trade. I like Mitchell Robinson as my potential starting center. So that's a decent start, but I don't think I can keep Sexton and Brunson together. Gonna trade Jalen Brunson, and I'll throw THT on top of him and see if that makes a difference. We'll also throw a unprotected Timberwolves pick and see if this gets me anything good. Chris Middleton popping up. Seems almost perfect for what we're looking for. So I am going to, or we got Jeremy Grant and Nurkic, but I think I'm going to do Kuzma and Porzingis, but I'm going to do this Middleton trade. It gives us a really good small forward. So I like that a lot. So now we have our small forward next to Simmons and Sexton and Mitchell Robinson. So Middleton, this is a interesting team so far. Clarkson wouldn't be a bad backup, honestly, but I'm still going to be looking for more. They're just going to keep throwing these draft picks out the window and seeing if we can get a team here. We got Kevin Porter Jr. popping up, which I don't mind him. Kyle Kuzma, we're trading 2 draft picks. I'm going to get Kyle Kuzma to be a really good backup for us. So Kuzma, 82 overall, just going to help out the overall. He's up to an 83 now once he joined us. Ben Simmons at power forward Middleton. So we kind of have our, well, I guess we can move Clarkson and maybe Nickeil Alexander-Walker, and maybe Walker Kessler has some trade value to him, and that gives us like a really good shooting guard or something like that. We got Onyeka Okongwu-Capella always popping up. Derrick Rose popping up. Josh Hart and Gary Payton. I like that a lot. I might do that. Monte Morris as well. So there are definitely some good offers. And then the Celtics are offering me Grant Williams and Derek White. So I am going to go ahead and get this trade done with the Blazers. Get Josh Hart and Gary Payton. I like that a lot. So we're going to make that trade. So now you have Sexton, Gary Payton, and Will Barton, which I don't like at all. Josh Hart and Chris Middleton. Ben Simmons, Kyle Kuzma, Vanderbilt. Okay, so let me tinker with this a little bit. If I move Kuzma to small forward, does he go up? He used to go up like crazy in the old 2Ks, but he stays the same. So I'm going to move Kuzma to the small forward. That we have Vanderbilt being the backup 4. Then I'm probably going to move Josh Hart to the 2 maybe if he doesn't go down. He does go down, but that's okay. He's down to an 81. Not too bad. So I don't mind Josh Hart maybe being a starter. Gary Payton maybe could move to the point guard spot to be the backup point guard. And I'm not feeling too confident about this team right now, so I feel like we definitely need to do more. But Sexton and Payton, got Will Barton and then Josh Hart, Chris Middleton and Kuzma, Simmons, Vanderbilt, and then Mitchell Robinson. Okay, I think if we can get like a better starting shooting guard, I think I'm ready to go. Or even a better point guard, and we can move Sexton back to shooting guard. So I'm going to try to trade Will Barton and everything else we have on our roster for a really good shooting guard. That is going to be the game plan. So we've already traded a lot of our draft picks, so I'm not really sure how easy this is going to be to pull off. But maybe I could find a way to trade for DeJounte Murray with Will Barton's contract using Jared Butler, and then maybe Abaji has some trade value, and then Leandro Balmero, which that's going to get to too much. And then I have this draft pick. They want Josh Hart. They'll give me Capella. I might have to do that. I'm going to try to do it without Capella. Just I want to change it up. And they agree. So we get DeJounte Murray to be our brand new shooting guard next to Colin Sexton. Okay, I'm cool with this. This is our new roster in Utah. So very interesting for sure. We got player progression. Everyone is, or not everyone, but most people are going up. I am a little concerned about who's going to score. Well, I guess Sexton's going to score. I was about to say, who's going to score on this roster? But I think Sexton will lead the way, and that won't be a problem. So let's go look at the rotation together, look at our proficiency, and let's see if we can win a championship with Utah. We did not weaken the Celtics, so I'm a little nervous about that. I wonder if the Celtics are going to stop us each and every time. That's the only team I'm worried about. Can we be a 4-star somewhere? That's surprising that we can't. We can be a 4-star defense. Okay. We'll move this to a defense. We'll simulate season number 3, and we'll see if we can go win our championship with the Jazz. So once again, we conquer the first seed in the West. So that's one thing we've gone 3 for 3 on, is getting the first seed. Sexton 23, Simmons 21, Middleton 19, 17 for Murray. So I'm feeling good about my roster. Let's just see if we can go on and win a championship. We also, as far as our record went, we went 72-10. So my best record so far in the video. I'm only nervous about the Celtics roster, like I said. So we do beat the Blazers in 5. We do beat the Mavericks in 5, and we do beat the Grizzlies in 4. It's the Celtics again, and they're... Bro, the Celtics are that only team that's going to stop me from conquering my goal in every freaking... Oh, my... So, the Celtics have to be taken down. It's just facts. They cannot stay the same. We have to find a way to weaken them one way or another. That is just super unfortunate, but that is the reality of the situation. So, on to the next one. Next, we have the Sacramento Kings. I'm excited about doing the Kings. My first mission in life is to absolutely find a way to make the Celtics a worse roster. So, I don't know what it's going to have to take, but we can get Marcus Smart from them. I don't really want Marcus Smart all that much, but if that's what I have to do. But my first trade, I think, with the Kings, the defense isn't going to be much better, but getting Michael Porter Jr. seems like a lot of fun. So, I'm going to go ahead and make that trade with the Denver Nuggets, get Michael Porter Jr. on this roster. So he's going to be my brand new small forward here next to De'Aaron Fox and Sabonis. So that's a interesting start. I also want to keep Davion Mitchell because I know he goes up like crazy. Keegan Murray, I am going to go ahead and try to flip in a trade. We can get Ben Simmons, Miles Turner. I like Miles Turner, the idea of that. We could have Miles Turner and Sabonis reunited. We get Jalen Smith. You know what? Let's do it. We're going to go ahead and make that trade for Miles Turner. And we're going to have Miles Turner be a... Well, we can have... Can Sabonis be power forward? He can. So Sabonis is going back to the 4. So we're going back to a Miles Turner and Sabonis fit, which is not the greatest fit in the world, but in 2K it won't matter. So I'm feeling good so far. I want to keep Davion Mitchell, like I said. Jalen Smith's not a bad backup center. Now, this team is not a contender at all. I'm already looking at it, and maybe we do trade Sabonis, unfortunately. We get Jarrett Allen. So we have Jarrett Allen and Miles Turner down low. Those two are going to just absolutely block everything they see. So you know what? I'm going to make that trade. Jarrett Allen and Miles Turner. We're going to have them play together instead of Sabonis. So I'm going to have Miles Turner actually play the power forward. So Miles Turner is going to be the 4. So we'll have Miles Turner and Jarrett Allen, which I do love, and Jalen Smith backing him up. Trey Lyles, I don't like, and then I'm going to have to make some more trades. So I'm going to throw, like I said, I like Davion Mitchell. I'm going to throw Malik Monk and Terrence Davis out there together and see if we can get a really good, we can get Derek White and Peyton Pritchard. I guess that would be my way of weakening the Celtics a little bit. Mitchell Robinson, Otto Porter, and Chris Boucher. That's not too bad. Jakob Poeltl and Roby. I might do the Otto Porter trade. Just kind of like the idea of getting some depth there. So Otto Porter and Chris Boucher, some forward depth. I won't mind that. Porter, we're going to probably play him at the small forward instead of him being listed at power forward. So we'll have Porter play small forward. So now you have Davion Mitchell. You have no shooting guard. You have Otto Porter. And you have Boucher at the 4, Lyles, Metu, and Kinkar. And then you had Jalen Smith at the center. So I think we need to find a better... We need to find a shooting guard. We don't have a starting shooting guard at all. So... Can I flip Lyles and... Yeah, so can I flip every... I don't know if I... Okay, actually, one thing I also want to do... Do I have money? I do not. Okay, can I sign someone to help me in a trade? So Lance Stevenson's money should be able to help me in some kind of trade. And then Keita, if you want to come back as well. Maybe under qualifying offer. There we go. So, player progression. We got Jarrett Allen going up. Anybody going down? No. So we're good on that department. All right, so we need to trade for a shooting guard. Davion Mitchell going up is great. But we need to trade for a shooting guard. That's what I'm going to do now. So we got DeJounte Murray last time, but let's try to stay away from that and do something different. Point guard / shooting guard. Maybe we do go for Marcus Smart, and maybe that's the ultimate weakness we need to punch at on the Celtics. So I'm going to go for Marcus Smart. I'm going to test my theory. If I take Marcus Smart away from the Celtics, does it make a difference? I don't even know if I can match his salary, honestly. Unless if I have Boucher in the trade, I think I can. So Boucher, let's go Keita. Let's also go like Trey Lyles, who I don't need. And then let's throw Lance Stevenson at them. So all this for Smart. Oh, that was easy. So we get Marcus Smart. So now we can have Marcus Smart play the 2 next year in Fox. So Smart will play shooting guard. So he's up to an 85. So we take a little bit away from the Celtics. So we got Fox, Mitchell, Smart, Michael Porter, and then Otto Porter. Then you got Miles Turner, Metu, and then Jalen Smith and Jarrett Allen. So my power forward spot is not the greatest in the world, but you know what? We'll roll with it. Maybe we should roll with an 8-man rotation this year. Interesting team we've built with the Kings here. I'm not all that confident in it. Definitely not the best team I've built ever, but it's an interesting one to say the least. If we go 9-man rotation here, maybe not even, maybe we go 8-man. Just go 8-man rotation on it. Just go full send on that. Proficiency 3.5 balanced. So this might be the worst roster I've built so far, but you know what? I'm going to roll with it. I think it's still a good roster. I think we could definitely still win. Defense is going to be there. Allen and Smart are going to absolutely clamp up everybody, but let's just simulate and let's see how we do. So the first seed trend continues. We also are, we went 56 and 26, so that's great. If you look at the player stats for this year, and we went 30 from De'Aaron Fox, 23 from Michael Porter, 18 from Allen, 12 from Miles Turner, and then 11 from Marcus Smart. So a very interesting team we have here in Sacramento. We get the Dallas Mavericks in round 1. A little scared of an 8th seed upset here, not going to lie to you, and the fear is there. Do we lose to the 8th seed? Oh my goodness, this challenge is going horribly wrong. Maybe we wouldn't even have to deal with the Celtics. Just kidding, the Celtics did get out of the first round. Wow, 8th seed upset. I mean, you had to know it was coming eventually. So that is very disappointing, but you know what? On to the next team. The next team we have on tap is the Los Angeles Lakers, and I already know exactly what I want to do to start this off is obviously throw Russell Westbrook and as many picks as I possibly can to get rid of them and get very good players in return. So LeVert and Kevin Love, De'Aaron Fox, Malik Monk. I can get De'Aaron Fox in this team. I got to sign up for that. So I'm going to grab De'Aaron Fox and also give Malik Monk the opportunity to come back to the Lakers. So I'm loving that a lot. I just had De'Aaron Fox in that Kings roster, but I do not care. I'm going to make that trade each and every time. So I'm already kind of feeling good about having Fox, AD, and LeBron, obviously. But I do want to go ahead and make some other trades if I can. So I'm going to, do it as much as I possibly can to try to win a championship. So Kevin Love, really like the addition of him. D'Angelo Russell, bring him back to LA as well. Jonathan Isaac, but I am going to go ahead and make the Kevin Love trade. Kevin Love is actually really good in the simulation, and I have not gotten him yet. So we're going to grab Kevin Love from Cleveland. So now we have our brand new power forward in Kevin Love. Thomas Bryant will back up Anthony Davis. And then you'll have Kevin Love, and then we'll have LeBron. We'll have Austin Reeves or Lonnie Walker, which I'm not feeling great about. Kendrick Nunn. I think making an overpowered roster is going to be impossible with this Lakers roster, but I think just being good enough is going to do just fine. So Damian Jones, and then we have no more picks left. And then I guess I'll throw like Max Christie out there and see if this gets me like a really good player. So I see Bobby Portis, which immediately stands out to me as a good addition to the team. We also have Daniel Gafford, Delon Wright, or DiVincenzo and Kevon Looney, which I'm going to make this trade. I'm going to get DiVincenzo and Kevon Looney. Bobby Portis would have been solid as well. But overall, feeling pretty good about that. And then I guess the next thing we can maybe do is just throw all these three guys together. Hope something good pops up. This maybe was our way of weakening the Celtics a little bit by taking Peyton Pritchard away from them. I don't know if that makes the biggest difference in the world. Let's see. I don't know. Actually, I feel like I like the trade I'm being offered at the beginning. So let's go with this Terrence Mann Amir Coffee trade. That gives us some depth. So I like that a lot. So now you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9-ish. Yeah, we have depth everywhere. So we don't necessarily need Thomas Bryant, or we could play him at power forward, I guess, if we wanted to. So Bryant at the 4 stays the same. So we can play him at the power forward, just kind of round up our rotation a little bit. And then we can have either DiVincenzo or Mann play shooting guard, or I guess Terrence Mann can play shooting guard. So definitely not the sexiest roster in the world, but we do have LeBron James behind us. So that is going to be the game plan. I know he's going to go down overall. Got Jones come back as qualifying offer, but got De'Aaron Fox next to LeBron James and Anthony Davis. So that alone, I think, helps us out a lot. So, I mean, as long as we keep getting the first seeds, I think I'll feel pretty good about that. I've not won a championship since the first season, though. So I'm not feeling good about that. The Celtics have stumped me, and then I got 8th seeded, which, is a tradition around here. So it had to happen eventually. But proficiency is a 3.5 balance. We could be 4-star, 7 seconds. So we'll go ahead and move it to that. We're going to run this Lakers season, and we are going to see if we can go break the curse of not winning any championships since the first season with the Clippers. So let's get both LA teams a title, shall we? So after getting 8th seeded, I decided to go with the strategy of missing the first seed and getting the 3rd seed instead. So that is actually not the case. But we went 54 and 28. So the West was super close this year. Player stats for this season, if you take a real quick peek, you had 28 from LeBron, 25 from Fox, 21 from AD, 10, 10, 9, or 8.5, 4, 4. So not too shabby, but now we get the Suns in round 1. I'm just hoping to get out of the first round, for crying out loud. So somebody come around against Phoenix, and we are going to beat them in 5. So great start. But now we get the Pelicans, which, as we know, is not easy. So somebody come around against them. We're going to beat them in 6. So that's a good thing to see. And now we get the Timberwolves, the only current round, and we beat them in 4. But of course, we get the Celtics. Game 1, we're up 1-0. Can I win a championship with the Lakers? We're down 2-1. Bro, the Celtics are going to be the team that absolutely just blows everything. Bro, if the Celtics don't exist, I'm completing this challenge. Like 100%. On to the next one. For the Dallas Mavericks, we have Luka Doncic, of course, going for us. So that's one thing we definitely already have in our back pocket. We don't have many draft picks, so let's just see what this would get me. So Maxey and Tobias Harris looks great. We get Zach LaVine, which is cool as well. We could maybe do this trade again to weaken the Celtics. They've been our ultimate Achilles heel. But I do like the idea of getting Zach LaVine or get DeJounte Capella, which we've had both of them in this video. I'm trying to change it up for you guys. I would not get the same players over and over again. Fred VanVleet and OG Anunoby, though, seems too good to pass up. Simons and Nurkic. I think I got to do the Fred VanVleet and OG Anunoby trade. Or do I do the other one? What do I do? So do I do this? What was the other one? Zach LaVine. Or this one's cool as well. But I think I'm going to go ahead and do the Fred VanVleet OG Anunoby trade. I like that a lot. That gives us a point guard next to Luka, which I do like that a lot. We can move Fred VanVleet to shooting guard or point guard. Either way, we're going to leave him point guard, and Luka is going to go to shooting guard. So Luka and Fred VanVleet is going to be our backcourt. So I like that. OG as our small forward. I do love DFS as a player in real life, but I think I'm going to have to probably move him in this video. So we're going to throw Tim Hardaway and Dwight Powell together. We get Kevin Love offered up. Clint Capella. You got Bojan, Russell Westbrook, Isaac, Claxton. Do I get a good offer at the end? No, not great offer. So I'm going to offer my first to maybe, hopefully, Tobias Harris. Actually, I guess wouldn't be a bad addition. The Tobias Harris might be my greatest addition right now. We got D'Angelo Russell. I'm going to do the Tobias Harris trade. Not the sexiest trade in the world, but I do like Toby as a starting power forward on this team. So Toby, and then OG Anunoby for Luka. So far, so good. We do need a center. I'm going to go Kleba, JaVale McGee, and Reggie Bullock. Maybe this gives me a good center somehow. Drew Holiday popping up is actually intriguing as well. Vucevic and Caruso. Okay, I kind of like that. I'm messing with that a little bit. Okay, I'm actually going to do the Vucevic and Caruso trade. Draymond Green popping up again. I'm going to do this Vucevic-Caruso trade. We do have to trade Jaden Hardy, which, sucks, but it doesn't matter in this video. So, Vucevic and Luka Doncic. Like that a lot. Got the itches on the team. Okay, and then our bench is going to be really good. I think I might keep DFS as well. So, if we look at what we got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So, yeah, I like DFS. Maybe still here. So, I'm going to go ahead and continue to make some more trades. So, I like Paul Reed, but I don't like him maybe... So I have Davis Bertans, crazy ginormous contract still. I threw Josh Green in this instead. Tim Hardaway, we can get back. We can get Derek White and Danilo Gallinari. I don't mind that. What was this other one? We got Reggie Jackson and Covington. They're going to go down overall, though. Rose and Mitchell Robinson. You got Lauri Markkanen popping up. I don't mind that. Rose and Mitchell Robinson, I think, ultimately puts us in a really good position. So I think I'm going to do that, get that Derrick Rose trade. We're going to make this Derrick Rose trade. I did have Mitchell Robinson earlier, so I might flip him still. So I do like Derrick Rose, though, a lot. Mitchell Robinson, I'm throwing out there. And let's see if we can get something different. We get Terry Rozier. Get Lauri Markkanen. Okay. I'm not really liking any of these, so I might just keep Mitchell Robinson at this point. So we got Derrick Rose, Caruso. I'm going to move Caruso or Rose to the shooting guard. Probably Caruso, though. Caruso is going to go down, which sucks. But actually, so is Derrick Rose go down at shooting guard? He goes down 1 compared to Caruso going down 2. So... I know, obviously, Caruso would probably be better at shooting guard, but whatever. So, I think we have our rotation. So, that is going to be our rotation. Play progression might not treat us all that well. But that is going to be our team around Luka, which I'm feeling good about. Derrick Rose went down like crazy. Do I trade him? I don't know. Do I just go ahead and get rid of him? I don't have a pick to offer, so if something good pops up, no. So, we're just going to keep him. So, Derrick Rose hopefully can help us win a championship. We did not weaken the Celtics, so... Maybe I should just title this video losing to the Celtics every season with every Western Conference team if that's, continues to be the case. But as you can tell, since I have not traded with the Celtics, I have been losing each and every time. So that is a very big trend. That's an experiment we are finding out in this video, that the Celtics are that team. They're just too good. So we're going to simulate with this new team, and I'm liking our odds of maybe being a first seed, but not sure if we'll win a championship. So once again, I've conquered the first seed. We got 63-19 on the season. If we look at the player stats with Dallas Mavericks, 31 from Luka, or 32 technically, 18, 17, 16, 12, and 11. Here we go. Let's see if we can make it back to the finals. Somebody current round against the Jazz. No 8 seed upsets this time. The Celtics get eliminated by the Miami Heat, so this might be a... This might be this, this light at the end of the tunnel that we needed. Can we beat the Grizzlies, get to the finals? Oh my goodness, I was close. Can we beat the Heat? Let's go. We have won a championship again in this video. It took a while, but Miami did us a favor. We did ultimately win at 7, so that was super close. We have won another championship in this video. Man, I swear, the Celtics weren't a team that, bro, we would have won a championship with almost every team, other than the Kings or whatever team it was that we got upsetted in the first round. But whatever. So, on to the next team, Dallas Mavericks, check. And it is now time for the Denver Nuggets, who already have a good roster in their own right. It's just a matter of maybe just making it a little bit better. So I'm going to try to trade Aaron Gordon and probably Kentavious Caldwell-Pope and see if this gets me anything good offered to me, like something I haven't gotten yet. And immediately I see John Collins. And I love that a lot. I am getting Capella out of it. Klay Thompson also is perfect. But I'm going to do John Collins Capella trade. That gives us the ultimate depth we didn't even ask for. So I love that a lot. So now we have John Collins starting next to Michael Porter Jr. and Jokic, and then Capella potentially off the bench. I love that to start us out. Bruce Brown, I'm not... I mean, we could trade Bruce Brown. I don't think there's any need to. Zeke Naji, I love a lot as well, but if I can, upgrade him in this video, I'm going to have to do it. So Bobby Portis immediately stands out to me. This one might be a quick one. I mean, I already love that first trade we made, Cameron Johnson. So do we do the Cameron Johnson trade? I think we do the Cameron Johnson trade. So we're going to get Cameron Johnson from the Phoenix Suns. So immediately we kind of have a rotation. Jamal Murray, Bones Highland. Maybe we don't have a rotation actually. So we don't have a shooting guard. What am I talking about? So I need to get a shooting guard, but other than that, I love my rotation. I'm going to keep Bruce Brown. I'm going to keep Cameron Johnson. I'm going to keep Capella, I think. So we just got to find a shooting guard, and we're ready to go. So player finder, point guard slash shooting guard who isn't going to be too expensive to grab. Maybe we can get KCP back. I got DeJounte Murray already. Drew Holiday is going to be a little too expensive. Fred VanVleet almost could be perfect if I didn't just get him. Tyler Hero, Lonzo. Let's keep going down the barrel a little bit. Marcus Smart also seems like a lot of fun. Norman Powell, Halliburton, Anthony Simon, Jordan Poole, Terry Rozier, Mike Conley. Okay, I am definitely scraping towards the bottom of the barrel now, but Gary Trent Jr. seems perfect. Let's see if I can find a way to match. I don't even know if I can find it. I don't know if I can match this salary, actually. This might be too crazy to match. Hold on. Let's keep it going. I throw my whole roster at them. That's not going to get me enough, is it? Peyton Watson. Yeah, I'm going to be off a little bit. So, unless I have Bruce Brown in the trade, which, you know what, we'll do. We'll get Gary Trent Jr. So that is going to be our new shooting guard. Bruce Brown going to be in the trade. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So yeah, we need a shooting guard or small forward who's just going to be serviceable. So Kamagete and the other guy, DeAndre Jordan, we need to trade you guys. So, and then no, Heinlen's going to stay. So give me a... Well, I guess I can. So a guard. All I'm looking for is a decent guard. And that is, we call it a day. But none of these are being offered. You know what? We could just sign a free agent, which I might just do that instead. So Bledsoe, welcome to the team, my friend. Actually, no, not Bledsoe. Let's go Austin Rivers. Let's get Austin Rivers to be our shooting guard. Bledsoe, whatever. So either both of them come. That's fine. Player progression, not too bad. I love the addition of John Collins. I think that puts us over the top a little bit. Maybe we just simply run an aim rotation this year with the Nuggets, but I think that was a really easy rebuild. Not too bad at all. So, Park is going to last number 9. Hopefully, Jokic can buckle down and lead this team where we want them to be. 9-man rotation. Wait, do they not want to start Gary Trent Jr.? Come on now. I was about to say, why is my starter Austin Rivers? It's because the preferred system is defense. We're not doing that. Mike Malone, I get it and all, but we need Gary Trent Jr. out there to be our brand new shooting guard, not Austin Rivers. No, thank you. So, 7 seconds, and then we go 9-man rotation. Gary Trent's out there. So that starting 5 looking very good. I'm loving the starting 5. Plus the bench is good. The bench is okay. It's nothing great. But I'm going to go 8-man rotation on that. So proficiency with Gary Trent out there is 4-star 7 seconds. So we're going to run it this season. Let's go see if we can go 2 for 2 here. Or 2 championships in a row, I should say. But so far, lose our first 2 games. We're 3-1 or 1-3, whatever it is. But let's keep going. So this year with the Denver Nuggets, we only got the 7th seed, or the 2nd seed, not the 7th seed. But I guess we avoid the 8th seed, so that's a good positive sign out of it. But hopefully this team can still go all the way to the finals, get Phoenix in round 1. So in the current round against Phoenix, and we are going to sweep them. That's a great start. Now we get Minnesota, which Minnesota, as we know, is a good team. But we are going to get bounced out in round 2. So, wow. I thought we put together a really good squad for the Nuggets, and then the Celtics going to win the championship anyway. So, probably would have lost to them. So, maybe Minnesota, gave me the avoid. They helped me avoid disappointment. Let's say that. The New Orleans Pelicans should be relatively easy, I believe. They're already a really good team. CJ McCollum's already really good. I mean, Ingram's really good. Zion's good. I guess I could trade CJ and Joe Val and just see if anything crazy pops up. So far, nothing intrigues me all that much, actually. So, probably not going to do that. If I just trade CJ McCollum simply, just maybe to get a little bit younger at the position, I mean, is there anything good that pops up, or should we just keep CJ at this point? Jamal Murray pops up, but, I mean, I'm looking at this, and I'm just thinking we keep CJ at this point. So, I'm going to throw Larry Nance and Joe Val out there and see if this gives me a really good something, I guess. Tyler Hero, I kind of like the idea of. We do have to trade Herb Jones, which I'm not in love with, but getting Tyler Hero, I think, makes us really good at the shooting guard. So I'm going to go ahead and make this trade. We also take on Duncan Robinson, which should help us later on. So Tyler Hero next to CJ, Ingram, and Zion. I like that a lot to start off this rebuild with the Pelicans. Okay. Duncan Robinson, and let's go Jackson Hayes. Let's even get something really good pop up here. Kevin Love, Capella again, Derrick Rose, Mitchell Robinson, Mo Bamba, Terrence Ross. Kind of like the idea of Mo Bamba, Terrence Ross there, actually. So I'm going to go ahead and make that trade. We do have to trade it first, but I love the idea of Mo Bamba as a either starting center or maybe even backup at this point, but he probably looks like a starter at this point. So Devontae Graham, I forgot we had his salary all the way down here. And let's go Kyra Lewis like Garrett Temple. Let's see if anything good pops up here. Brooke Lopez. Lauri Markkanen, okay, kind of like the idea of Lauri Markkanen off the bench. So I'm going to go ahead and grab Lauri Markkanen for this Pelicans team. He fits perfectly also next to Zion in a way, so I kind of like that as well. Might even go up at power forward if we move him there. He does not. Okay, I guess I'll leave him at small forward then. So Lauri Markkanen is going to continue to play small forward. And then Ross, I think I might just trade because I feel like he's going to go down in overall. Dyson Daniels, low-key, might give me good. Bobby Portis, I've not traded for him yet, and I've seen him plenty of times, and I've loved the idea of getting him. Daniels has some good trade value. OG pops up. Keldon Johnson, Lou Dort. We got Draymond and Jordan Poole popping up again. But I'm going to go with the Bobby Portis trade. I have not got Bobby Portis yet, and I love the idea of Bobby Portis. So now you have CJ, Jose Alvarado. You have Grayson Allen, Tyler Hero, Brandon Ingram, Lauri Markkanen, Zion, and then you have Mo Bamba and Bobby Portis. So I'm actually feeling good about that already. I think Zion and Brandon Ingram by itself kind of carries you where you want to be. The only thing I would consider is if CJ McCollum got me like a really good point guard that wasn't him, and that's basically all I would consider. So is there anybody out there that I guess we could have? Ben Simmons? Tyrese Halliburton is a lot younger than CJ. They're the same overall. That's like the only thing I would do. So you know what? We're going to make that trade happen. We're going to get Tyrese Halliburton, who I think just might simply be better in the simulation. Halliburton has a really good simulation each and every time, and he's going to progress much. He's going to progress more as well, which is also a bonus. So 9-man rotation with this Pelicans roster: Halliburton, Hero, Ingram, Zion, Bobby Portis, Lauri Markkanen, Mo Bamba, Grayson Allen, and Trey Murphy. Okay, loving that rotation. Proficiency is 4-star balanced. So we're going to move this to a balanced system, and we're going to run it this year with the Pelicans. So let's go see if we can win a championship with the Pelicans. It used to be super easy, so hopefully that continues. So once again, conquer the first seed in the West. Obviously, that has meant nothing in this video so far. We went 56-26. I'm actually really proud of the team we put together here in New Orleans. 23-22, 19-16. I mean, honestly, I feel like this team should win a championship easily. The Pelicans are one of those teams that have always been overpowered in 2K, and I think I just kind of notched it up a little bit. I mean, the backcourt next to Zion and Ingram is just kind of crazy. Coming in our current round against Phoenix, so this is kind of a reverse role. Hopefully, I was about to say, hopefully we don't lose to the 8th seed. But we do end up beating the Suns in 6, so kind of return the favor from real life, as we know. The Pelicans don't played in real life, but Grizzlies now, somebody current round against them. We beat them in 5, and now we get the Minnesota Timberwolves, who beat me last year, so I'm a little nervous about this series. We're up 2-0, though. 3-0, and we beat them in 4. I'm assuming we get the Celtics now, so here we go. Can we beat the Celtics? I'm going to go to an 8-man rotation because the Celtics, every time I've faced them, they have beat me. So can we get a revenge? No. Game 2, we win. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe we can do it. If I beat the Celtics, I will accomplish. Let's go. We have beaten the Celtics in this video. Man, I didn't think it was possible. We have done it with the Pelicans. So we won a championship with the Pelicans, which, you know, usually, like I said, is easy to do in 2K, but I will take that. We beat the Celtics. On to the next team. So now it is time for the Houston Rockets. This one is probably going to be one of the tougher ones of the video. I mean, we did pretty good with the Jazz, though, based off everything we saw. So Jalen Green's probably going to go up like crazy, so I think I don't mind keeping him, but at the same time, he could probably get me something really damn good in the trade finder. So we can get Marcus Smart. Do I trade Jalen Green, though? Like, do I do that? I don't know. It feels weird doing that. We get Brandon Ingram. I saw DeAndre Ayton as well, so that's interesting. What if I traded Jabari? What can I get for Jabari? So I don't want to trade Jabari, but I know he doesn't go up overall or go up in overall like crazy, so I think I will end up trading him. So Ben Simmons, you get Michael Porter and Aaron Gordon. I might be okay with that. Mikal Bridges and Cameron Johnson. Kind of like the idea of that as well. Klay Thompson. They got Wiseman, Porzingis, and Kuzma. We'll keep those in mind. I'm going to go Eric Gordon, Jayshawn Tate to keep it simple to start things off. Tobias Harris popping up. Drew Holiday. I love the idea of Drew Holiday coming on this team. So I think I am going to grab Drew Holiday. I don't think I've grabbed him once in this video. So Drew Holiday, welcome to the Houston Rockets. You and Jalen Green could be an intriguing backcourt if I do decide to keep Jalen Green, which I think for now I will, but we'll see. Şengün and Kenyon Martin. We do have some draft picks we can maybe throw out there as well. Grant Williams, which I like the idea of. You got Tyler Hero popping up again. Russell Westbrook keeps popping up. Dinwiddie. Dinwiddie would not be bad bench, but I also like Keldon Johnson and Jakob Poeltl, so sign me up for that. I love that a lot from San Antonio, which is the next team we get to do, boys. We have a lot of draft picks, so I got to keep that in mind. I'm going to go Jabari and all my draft picks, or 2 draft picks, because you can only throw 2 draft picks. So Maxey. Ooh, Jaylen Brown. I got to do this Jaylen Brown trade, I think. I love the idea of Jaylen Brown. Oh, there's some good trades here. Holy moly. We've unlocked everything we needed. Cameron Johnson, DeAndre Ayton, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, and Lou Dort. I got to weaken the Celtics, right? I'm weakening the Celtics. I get Robert Williams. I'm doing this. We're getting Jaylen Brown. This weakens the Celtics, and we get Jaylen Brown on top of that. Wow, that is a fat W. Okay, so we can't. I was about to say, did I just trade Jalen Green? But I did not. He just went down the list like crazy. So Jalen Green could still give me something really good. I just got Jaylen Brown. Do I trade Jalen Green as well? I don't know. Let's see. Lonzo Ball pot up. Oh my goodness, this is intriguing. We have to trade Robert Williams. I would do this trade, but I don't want to trade Robert Williams. But I would have to, which I don't want to though. Wait, I'll throw Jakob Poeltl at you instead. Okay, we just traded Jalen Green, but guys, goes. I feel really bad because Jalen Green was whatever. I'm trying to win a championship. I don't know how I feel about that, but whatever. So we traded away Jalen Green and Jabari Smith Jr. and just made this Rockets team look so different. That is crazy. So Drew Holiday, Shea, Jaylen Brown, Robert Williams right now. So very intriguing, very interesting. So I think I want to throw Kevin Porter Jr. out there with Josh Christopher and see if that gives me anything good. D'Anthony Melton popping up, Grant Williams and Peyton Pritchard. That doesn't upgrade me like that much. Mitch Robinson in a first round pick. That first round pick looks like it's actually pretty valuable. It might be a not too shabby idea to get Mitch Robinson. And then there's Jordan Poole and Kevon Looney. I'm doing this trade. We get Jordan Poole and Kevon Looney. So we got Jordan Poole as a backup guard, and we get Kevon Looney as a backup center. Sign me up for that. Our power forward position is absolute poverty right now, but what we could do is we could maybe... Okay, so we can find a way to get a power forward. We can. Let's go power forward position. Let's see what we got. Cheap power forwards that could potentially throw it. Okay, so I see Cameron Johnson. Getting to Jeremy Grant's trade value or getting to his salary is going to be kind of impossible. Jay Crowder, Kyle Kuzma could be an option as well. Jonathan Isaac, DFS, PJ Tucker. So there's some options here. Grant Williams. I think Grant Williams would be great. So I'm going to try for Grant Williams. I'm going to give them Tari Eason and Garuba for Grant Williams. Oh, they can't agree to that. Okay. Tari Eason for Grant Williams. They want a first. Sure, we'll do that. So Grant Williams is going to be the power forward. Very interesting roster we have put together here for this Rockets team. Wow, that was a quick turnaround. We traded Jalen Green. Drew Holiday goes down like crazy. So maybe I should have. How much is... I wonder how much Jalen Green is going up right now. Where did I trade him to again? I don't even remember. Where did I trade Jalen Green? I can't even remember where I traded him to. I traded him to the Thunder. He's up to an 84. Okay. Not too bad, but I mean, Shea's a 91, so we only had one season, so I'm not too upset with that. So let's simulate this season. I like what we have, unless if there's another trade that's just waiting for me. I got Thomas Bryant, Caruso, Zubac. Sure, I'll take Zubac. Why not? So that is what we'll do. We'll go in this next season with this roster. So very interesting roster we put together in Houston. I guess having the young trade assets gets you more. What do you know? That's the obvious thing. I don't know why I'm just now figuring that out, but this rotation is crazy. 9-man rotation of Jordan Poole, Shea, Jaylen Brown, Grant Williams, Robert Williams, Drew Holiday, Keldon Johnson, Zubac, and Kevon Looney. I'm good. I'm feeling good about it. Proficiency, 4-star, 7 seconds, hopefully. No, we can be a 4-star balanced, though. So, gonna move it to balanced. Under Steven, let's go win a championship with the Rockets. First seed in the West, and honestly, this might have been our best record of the video. No, never mind. 72-10 with the Jazz was the best, but we went 59-23. I thought we won a significant amount of games, but that was not the... Well, I mean, 59 is still a significant amount of wins, but 30 from Shea, 28 from Jaylen Brown, 18 from Jordan Poole, and then 13 from Drew Holiday. So, feeling pretty good about this. We're very guard heavy, and it looks like we did weaken the Celtics a little bit, so that is also a plus. But now we get the Lakers in round 1. Sunday current round against the Lakers, and we are going to beat them in 4. That's a great start. Dallas Mavericks. I mean, we should just absolutely sweep through the competition. We have not lost a game, and we get the Bulls, and we do beat them in 5. So we only lost 1 game with the Rockets. We win a championship. We put together such a good roster with that Houston team. I was quite shocked, which I shouldn't have been. But, man, look at this damn roster, bro. That is crazy. But we're going to the Spurs now. Maybe we could do something similar we just did with the Rockets, but not sure that'll be the case. We'll see. When it comes to the San Antonio Spurs, I'm going to probably trade Keldon Johnson away. I mean, there's really no player that's untouchable here, obviously. So let's just start this off with some picks and 2 players. So let's see who's going to be our best player we get in this video, or in this, not in this video, but in this rebuild here with the Spurs. I see Bam Adebayo, which intrigues me very much. Michael Porter Jr., Miles Turner, CJ McCollum, if he was younger, definitely sign me up. We're looking for our number 1 option, and I'm looking at Clay, and I'm looking at Jordan Poole, and I'm going to start this off with these guys. This is going to be my new backcourt. So we've gotten Jordan Poole a few times, and we just got him, but I mean, that was the best trade by far. I might still trade Clay. I don't know. I do like Klay Thompson. We might keep him around. We'll see. If there's a good trade here, then I'm trading him away. Get De'Aaron Fox. Siakam. I've not got Siakam yet, which I love the idea of getting Siakam, so I might actually do that. So I'm going to grab Siakam from the Raptors. We are trading an unprotected pick to make that happen. And then I think I am going to also trade away Jordan Poole. If he goes up to shooting guard, I'm trading him just to kind of change things up. And Siakam, I'm going to move to power forward. So I'm going to trade away Jordan Poole, and I'm going to throw Thaddeus Young and a first on top of him. And let's see if we get anything good popping up here. So Middleton, Robert Williams. We can weaken the Celtics again. Maybe Tyler Hero. Jared Vanderbilt. We're getting to the point where I've gotten pretty much everybody almost, it feels like. So it's going to be kind of hard to change it up, but I am trying my best. Porzingis we have not gotten yet, so I can grab Porzingis, I guess. I don't know. I don't love trading for Porzingis, but we got a front court of Siakam and Porzingis to start things off. Not too bad. So now we need to start looking for some other stuff. So let's go down the list a little bit. Let's see if any of these rookies have great trade value. Bobby Portis popping up. Tyler Hero gets us a shooting guard that we kind of could use. So I kind of like the idea of that. So I'm going to grab Tyler Hero and Caleb Martin. That is by far the best overall shooting guard we got offered. So I like that a lot. So we kind of have our big three there. Now, Jakob Poeltl and let's say Joshua Primo. Let's see if that gets me anything good. Bobby Portis keeps popping up. Kind of like the idea of it. Okongwu and Capella. What else we got? Sadiq Bey. I've not gotten Sadiq Bey yet, and I do need a starting small forward, but I also see D'Lo and McDaniels. So I think I'm going to do the D'Lo McDaniels trade. McDaniels is an intriguing pickup. D'Angelo Russell we could keep, or we could trade him for something different. Kyle Lowry pops up. Harrison Barnes, Rashawn Holmes. That gives us the ultimate depth package, which I think I am going to do that trade. So I'm going to go ahead and have Harrison Barnes. Actually, no, I have to give up McDaniels. I'm not doing that. So I did see Klay Thompson pop up again. So I'm going to get Klay back. Why not? Let's get Klay Thompson back, because we're going to have Klay Thompson and Tyler Hero play together maybe. It's an idea. Vassell and Bates Diop, we need to start upgrading the bench a little bit. So Grant Williams popping up again. I mean, if that's our way of weakening the Celtics, but I see Mitchell Robinson, so I'm going to probably come back to that one. Sadiq Bey. Not got Sadiq Bey. I'm going to grab Sadiq Bey, actually. So Sadiq Bey. Love the addition of Sadiq Bey. And then we got McDaniels or Bey potentially going to be the starters, so I like that a lot. And then Collins. So like both those guys, but now it's time to upgrade the bench even further. So it looks like we have our starting five. So we just need to focus on the bench. Mitchell Robinson. Gonna grab him to be our backup center. To back up Porzingis. And then Branham. Let's go Langford and Livers. Let's throw those three together. Last trade maybe. Let's see what we got. We got Kevin Porter Jr. Sign me up. I'll get Kevin Porter Jr. and Şengün. So now you have Kevin Porter Jr. You have Hero, Klay. You have Sadiq Bey, McDaniels. You have Siakam. You have Mitchell Robinson. And you have Porzingis. So definitely a interesting team. Do I move Porzingis to the 4? He goes down. What if I move Şengün to the 4? He stays the same relatively. So do I want to start Kevin Porter Jr. or do I want to move like Hero to point guard? Does Tyler Hero go up? He stays the same. So Klay and Hero, I guess, will start. It's not my favorite team ever, actually. I'm not sure if I love this team at all. I will trade. If I can get, like, I don't know. Can I get something really good for Porzingis? Like, he is somebody I haven't had. We get Jarrett Allen, which is cool. We get Shea again. Bro, if I could find a way to get Shea again, I would do it. Shea just went off last year. Shea Gilgeous-Alexander it's just so good, man. But Klay Thompson's not going to get me him. We might just roll with what we got. So I'm going to roll with this roster. It's a different one. I don't know if I'm going to expect the same results. Klay goes down to an 81. Wow, that is a... Klay did not... I didn't know Klay would go down that much. I think I am desperate to get rid of Klay at that point. So I'm going to trade Klay Thompson away. He goes down just too much for my liking. If I'm going to try to win a championship, then I just don't trust him. So I'm going to go to the Thunder. Actually, better yet, let's go to the Suns. Would I get can I get D-Book for Klay Thompson? Like, how possible would this be? I don't know. I don't know if the Suns would be open for business on this. So I'm going to offer Klay in every draft pick I own to every team until I just get a better guard. So if I can include the right draft pick, damn, first, and do I have a young player or something to throw this trade? I have one of them. I can throw like Joe Wieskamp. All this for Devin Booker. They don't agree. Okay. On to the next team, Bradley Beal, maybe. Let me try that for Beal. Wiggins. I want to try for Lillard. They don't agree. I could probably get Simons for that. He's up to an 85. Towns. Can I get Cat for all that? No. Okay, I'm going to just keep going until I get what I want. Shea. Okay, we get Shea. We get Shea again. You know what? I don't care. Shea was so good last time with the Rockets. I'm glad to have him again. So, Clay was just going down too much. Shea is probably going to be the best player by far I could get for that package that I just offered up. So I think that Shea Gilgeous-Alexander ultimately he just pushes us up higher than what we would have been. So I like Shea. So spent quite a bit of time on the Spurs there, but we got where we wanted to be. We're going to run this to a balanced system, and we're going to simulate this year with the Spurs. So it was kind of rough sledding with the Spurs. At one point, we were like the 9th seed. I was like, damn, is this team really not going to make the playoffs? And we did get it. So Shea averaged 31. I'm so glad we got him. I think without Shea, I'm not sure we're this good. Siakam averaged 17, Hero with 22, but it is ultimately time to see if we can go all the way to the finals with the Timberwolves being our round 1 opponent, which I don't love, but hopefully taking McDaniels from them is exactly what we needed to take from them, and we are down 3-2, and we're going to lose to the 8th seeded Timberwolves. Okay, so that's fantastic. 8th seed upsets. We've only gotten 2 in this video, which is better than, you know, the alternative of losing every single time. But the Celtics did not make it that year, so we had a window of opportunity. We did not capitalize on it, but I think we have like 5 teams left to do, so let's keep it going. All right, we're on our final row of teams. We get the Phoenix Suns to start things off. The only thing I think I would maybe consider with the Suns is maybe trading Chris Paul. I want to keep D-Book and DeAndre Ayton. Immediately, that Celtics offer is intriguing me very much. We got Halliburton and Miles Turner as well, which I like that as well. Porzingis, so definitely some good offers here. The Celtics trade is Malcolm Brogdon and Marcus Smart for Chris Paul. Yeah, you know what? We're going to do this. We're going to get Brogdon and Marcus Smart. Now, Brogdon's going to be the 6th man of this team. And then Smart, actually, well, does D-Book go down if you move him to point guard? He does. Does Marcus Smart? He goes up. So I guess Marcus Smart will become, I don't know. Actually, no. Brogdon will be coming off the bench. Marcus Smart will start. So Marcus Smart, or either way, one of them comes off the bench. It doesn't matter. So I like the addition of Brogdon and Smart for Chris Paul. I think we get, 2 for 1 is great. So I like Mikal Bridges. So we got Defensive Player of the Year candidates on our team, which is already great. This team is already looking very good. So not much else to do. But if we can just ultimately put together the best team possible, that's what we're here for. We get Ben Simmons as well. We could pair Ben Simmons and D-Book together. And you know what? I'm here for it. Battle of the Kardashians. Let's go. Let's do it. I don't know why I said that. But you know what? Ben Simmons is our brand new power forward. So Ben Simmons next to Devin Booker. I don't think those two would ever get along. Actually, I don't even know if they have any ill will towards each other. They just have they're probably Eskimo brothers. That's all it is. So let's go Cameron Thomas, Bismack Biyombo, Damian Lee, just in case there's anything else popping up. Matisse Thybulle. Grant Williams, here's my chance to weaken the Celtics a little bit, so why not? Let's do it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We have our 9-man rotation already, so we're going to run it. So that is our team. We didn't do too much. The Suns were already a good roster. We got Ben Simmons. We got a lot of good defensive players, so I'm feeling good about that. Devin Booker, your only responsibility is to go out there and score. Everyone else will take care of the rest as far as clamping up the other team. So we got 3 really good defensive players on this roster. So I think we're in good business. So Smart, D-Book, Mikal Bridges. I mean, look at that defensive roster around Booker and Ayton. That is awesome. Brogdon, Cameron Johnson, Grant Williams, and Peyton Pritchard. So proficiency, 4.5 pace and space. So we're going to leave it that way, and we're going to simulate this season with the Suns. So this year, we only got the 2nd seed, and we get the Thunder in round 1. So I'm a little intimidated by that. But if you take a look at the player stats, we had 29 from D-Book, 20 from Ben Simmons, 17 and 17, and then 10, 10, 9.5, and then 8 from Grant Williams. Somebody current round against the Thunder, and we are going to beat them in 5. So we do get out of round 1, which is great. So we do not get upset. And oh no, we're gonna get eliminated in round 2. Beat them in 7. Come on, let's go. We're off. I thought we were gonna lose in round 2, but we got out of it, and we're on to the finals. And we don't have to deal with the Celtics, which is an absolute W. Somebody current round against. Oh, we lose the Sixers. Damn, I thought we won a championship there. I was like, hey, the Celtics aren't here, we win automatically. But the Celtics got swept in round 1, which is crazy. But we lose the Sixers. Unfortunate. All right, well, on to the next team. We only have 4 left to do. It is time for the Oklahoma City Thunder, and I already know I'm keeping Shea Gilgeous-Alexander automatically. Josh Giddey is going to get me something really good. I can feel it. Chet might get me something really good too. So Josh Giddey, throwing him out there all by himself. What do we get to pop up for us? Nothing at all. So I thought Josh Giddey was just going to get us something fantastic. Maybe I have to throw some salary in there. Derek Favors, where are you at? There you are, Derek Favors. And then I'll throw maybe Ty Jerome. So this should get me something good. This will make up for it. Middleton, Bam Adebayo. I thought there'd be some really good trades, but Ben Simmons, we got Jamal Murray, which is cool and all. Draymond Green, Poole, Porzingis. None of these are all that intriguing me. What if I threw Chet and Josh Giddey together? Like, what does that Bring me. Chet and Josh get it together. LaMelo, or not LaMelo, Lonzo. LaMelo, if it was LaMelo, sign me up. Rob Williams and Jaylen Brown. DeJounte Murray. Bam Adebayo and Hero. Sabonis and Fox. And then got Brandon Ingram. Okay. I mean, we got to do one of these 2-for-2s, right? So, Jalen, I'm honestly liking this Bam Adebayo Tyler Hero trade the most, to be honest with you. Bam Adebayo, I'm keeping. So, I'm going to make that trade. And then I'm trading Tyler Hero and Lou Dort together. And I'm going to see if we can get like another crazy good package. Jarrett Allen. Kind of like the idea of Jarrett Allen. So Jarrett Allen on this team. Loving that idea. So I am going to grab Jarrett Allen from the Cavaliers. I like it. So Jarrett Allen and Ricky Rubio. Don't plan on keeping Ricky Rubio. But now Bam Adebayo and Jarrett Allen is a very interesting front court. But I like it. So Bam's going to play power forward next to Jarrett Allen. So you got some good defense there. Ricky Rubio and Derek Favors. And then we have so many picks. Why aren't we using them? So, first round pick from the Heatles. What do we got? Lou Dort. You can bring him right back. We want to. Capella. Maybe we should just build an ultimate center lineup and get Capella as well. What else we got? Alec Burks. Not like any of these trades. Monte Morris isn't too bad. You know what? I almost would just want Lou Dort back at this point. So, give me Lou Dort back. And then I'm going to flip Lou Dort, Baisley, and this unprotected Rockets pick. This should have some good trade value. It's only got 2-star. Grant Williams got Okongwu and Capella. So we can build like the ultimate front court right there with... we're doing that trade. We're going to grab Okongwu and Capella. The ultimate front court right there. That's just the front court depth on that is crazy. So now we have our front court depth. I want to move Okongwu to power forward. So Capella is going to back up Jarrett Allen. And then we're going to have Okongwu back up Adebayo. Our front court is solved. We have that settled. So Shea... we need a small forward. We need a point guard. So let's get that done right now. Or shooting guard, small forward. You get what I'm saying. So I'm going to throw... let's see. We got Terrence Mann, or Trey Mann, I should say. Trey Mann, Pokusevski, and a first. Let's see if we can get this to happen. Let's see if we can get something good. Nothing that great. Okay. I think I have to go to the drawing board. I know what I want to do. So I have all these draft picks, right? Let's go for somebody crazy, right? We have so many... LaMelo is not untouchable and they're rebuilding right now. So I'm going to try my best to snag LaMelo Ball. How easy is this going to be? No idea. Trey Mann and Pokusevski. We're a little bit off. I would rather have Jalen Williams with good trade value. Okay. Those two guys alone. My first round pick from the Clippers, which we're going to have to determine what picks have the best value. All that for LaMelo. They don't agree to that. Fair enough. What if I have... I do have to have Pokusevski in the trade, I imagine, because he has good trade value. And then this Clippers pick, only 1.5 for you. Okay. I need a good... I don't think there is a good pick here, though. Jazz, it's got 1.5. Damn. LaMelo Ball would have been an absolute freaking amazing addition to the team, but doesn't look like it's going to be gettable. We'll just keep offering... But we can offer this package to someone else if it's not LaMelo Ball. So we can only go for rookie scale contracts, though. That's the only issue. Garland. Give me Garland. Give me Garland. I don't know why I didn't think about that earlier. Garland still only had 1 year left of his contract. Sign me up for that. Garland and Shea in the backcourt. Sign me up. Sign me up. All right. Small forward time. Let's get a small forward. So I don't know what small forwards are going to need, but we still have a lot of draft capital. So we are good on that. So position, small forward, shooting guard. Let's go small forward. Small forward straight up. Anybody on a cheap contract at the small forward position, Dylan Brooks would be a solid addition. So if I can get to Dylan Brooks' salary, that's what I'm doing. So Ty Jerome almost gets me there, which is great. 4 million. Raul Neto will get me there. Robinson Earl should get me there. We're not going to be using him. So I like Dylan Brooks as our starting small forward this year. All that for Brooks. Sign me up. Okay, so Garland, Shea, Trey Mann, or Trey Mann. Yeah, Trey Mann. And you got Kendrick Williams, Dylan Brooks. I think we're good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We're good. Garland and Shea alone is going to get us so much scoring. I love it. Great backcourt. Greatest backcourt in history, maybe. But we'll see what happens this season. Let's go win a championship with the Thunder. Let's get it. So we went 67-15 with our backcourt of Shea and Garland. I mean, come on now. What more could you want? Player stats wise, 25, 22, 16 from Brooks. So he was actually a really solid pickup. I do not think we lose here. I love this team we put together. I think it's my favorite team so far, honestly. So beat the Lakers in 5, and then the Celtics are winning. We got to keep in mind. Okay, do not lose. Bro, why am I... Oh my gosh. Wow. I thought that was the best team by far that I put together. Maybe that Rockets team was better, but I did not expect to lose in round 2 to the Clippers, bro. Whatever. Next team. Now we got the Minnesota Timberwolves, and honestly, I literally shouldn't have to do too much. I already kind of like this team as it sits. The only thing I think I'd like to do is maybe trade D'Angelo Russell for a better point guard. I think that's it. I think other than that, I'm good. So, D'Lo and a point guard, or D'Lo and 2 first-round picks. Give me a good point guard out of here, whether it's De'Aaron Fox, not Mike Conley. I could have Ben Simmons just play him at point guard. Kind of like the idea of it, to be honest with you. Ben Simmons on this roster, I think... I need to win a championship. Ben Simmons does that for me. I'm doing it. We're getting Royce O'Neal as well. Ben Simmons at the point guard. Sign me up for it. He's going to go down to an 86. I do not care. So that is literally all I wanted. Actually, maybe I can do a little bit more. Let's not just settle on that. So I like Ben Simmons coming over here. I like that a lot. Royce O'Neal is actually really nice. So Royce O'Neal, Kyle Anderson, and Naz Reid. Cool. I'm okay with that. I guess the only other thing I would do is maybe just get like maybe a John Wall off the bench. That's different. We have not gotten John Wall one time. So I'll go ahead and get Terrence Manson and John Wall. And that's going to be it for the Timberwolves. I'm feeling already good. I already feel good about how they look. I mean, obviously, they're already a really good roster in the 2K simulation as it is. So we're really just going to be rolling with Ben Simmons at the point guard instead. They want to roll with John Wall starting out there, which I disagree with. Proficiency is a 7-second system. We're going to move this to a balanced. And I don't know why Ben Simmons wouldn't be out there, but I think Ben Simmons next to Cat and Gobert is going to be interesting. He fits perfectly next to Cat. But I don't know if he fits perfectly next to Gobert, but that's okay. It's just 2K. It does not matter. So here we go. Ben Simmons should be out there now, and boom, that is your starting 5. That is a very good starting 5. They're not starting McDaniels, which is kind of a bummer, but I'm not going to worry about it. 3.5 balance. We can't be a 4-star with this roster. Is kind of crazy. I'm going 7 seconds. Let's wait this season. Let's go win a championship with the Timberwolves. Hopefully, anyway, man. It has been a lot of upsets today, but keep it moving, man. Keep the train going. The Pelicans took our first seed away, but we did end up getting the second seed, which maybe that's a good thing. Who knows? Cat drops 28, Edwards with 28. So everyone was intriguing. John Wall even had 12 off the bench for us. So here we go, though. We get the Clippers, who upset us last year. So hopefully we do not, get that again, but we do beat them. I guess all we had to do was take John Wall from them, and they all, they crumble. So now we get the Mavericks in round 2. Can we get to the conference finals? We almost get upset, but now we get the Pelicans. Okay. The Pelicans took the first seed from us, so I'm a little nervous, but we do even it up. We're down 2-1. We're down 3-1, and we're going to lose to the Pelicans, aren't we? Can we... All right, we lose to the Pelicans. Celtics going to win the championship, and that sucks. Wow, I thought we had a home run with this Timberwolves roster, but that just goes to show you, man, championships are not guaranteed in this game at all, man. That's just how it is. All right, but we got 2 teams left to do. Blazers and Warriors. For my Portland Trailblazers, I'm actually curious to see if I try to trade Dame, what would pop up. I was just curious. I'm not going to actually... I don't think I'm going to do it, but I do want to keep Dame. I want to keep Dame. I want to win a championship with Damian Lillard, obviously. So I'm going to go Simons and Jeremy Grant to start this off, and let's just see what pops up. So Ben Simmons, we got Michael Porter, KCP, Sadiq Bey. Not loving any of these offers actually at all. Like none. Let's go Nurkic and Grant then, I guess. You got Middleton, Robert Williams popping up, Bam Adebayo, which is not that bad. Russell Westbrook, Ben Simmons. I'm not liking any of these trades. Okay, I know the first trade I'm going to go with. Somebody I have not gotten yet, and I'm going to try to get DeAndre Ayton from the Phoenix Suns. I think he should be relatively easy to get. He's just not popping up. So we need 13 more million in this trade. I guess I'd throw Gary Payton at them, and I have Shaden Sharp trade value as well, which that's something we got to keep in mind. Deion Johnson should have some trade value. They agree. Okay, so we don't have to give it a single draft pick. We get DeAndre Ayton. So I like DeAndre Ayton next to Dame. Shaden Sharp, I wonder what his trade value is sitting at. I know he's going to be really good, but I mean, if we can get something really good, his trade value is insane. Maxey gets pops up, which we have not gotten Maxey once. I kind of like the idea of it. Draymond Green, Jordan Poole. But this is my favorite team right here, the Blazers, as you guys know. So I got to make sure I do something really good with this team. Bam Adebayo. Got Jamal Murray and Michael Porter Jr. popping up. Ingram and CJ. Clay and Wiseman. And then Bradley Beal and Kuzma. So, you know what? For the vibes, I'm going to bring CJ McCollum back to Portland to win a championship with Dame. We're going to do it. We're going to win a championship with Dame and CJ. I'm going to prove to the world it could have been done. It could have been done executed correctly. Dame, Brandon Ingram, CJ McCollum, and DeAndre Ayton. I like that right now as it sits, but we're not done, obviously. So that's a good starting 5. I'm going to prove to the world that we could potentially do it. So I'm going to go Josh Hart. And I mean, my bench is going to be very bad. Already looking at this. So let's see. Bobby Portis popping up is not bad at all. I like the idea of Bobby Portis. Clarkson and Jared Vanderbilt. Mitchell Robinson. Okay. We're getting somewhere. We're getting some good offers. Keldon Johnson, Jakob Poeltl, I think is by far the best trade we've gotten. So going to do that trade. So Jakob Poeltl is going to be a really nice backup center. Nasir Little, I do like, but I don't know how good he's going to be. So if I get a twofer here, that'd be great. Washington, Vanderbilt, and Abaji. I like Vanderbilt, so I'm going to grab Vanderbilt to be my backup power forward. So 1, 2. We need to move CJ to shooting guard where he belongs. So CJ McCollum, 86 overall next to CJ, or Damon CJ. So Damon CJ reunited in Portland. Almost looks natural again. And then you got Vanderbilt as the power forward, which I'm okay with. Jakob Poeltl and then Keldon Johnson. So we need a backup guard, which is okay. So can we sign anyone to free agency that just gets us like a lot of money? Dwight Howard, I'm going to offer, I guess I can offer him up to $4 million, which okay. I'm going to sign Dwight Howard, and then we're going to flip Dwight Howard and Abaji, and that's it for whatever we can get. So this is our best possible way of getting better. Kobe White, I think, is going to go up in overall, so I kind of like the idea of him. On Kongwu, same thing, but I've not gotten Kobe White once. I think Kobe goes up to like an 80 overall here, so I think I'm going to do that trade. So we're going to get Kobe White from the Bulls. So that is going to be our roster. Do I want to lock it in with CJ? I said I was going to do it with CJ McCollum, but I don't know if I want to lock it in with him. He's going to go down in overall. I'm going to see if there's just a better trade. If not, Zach LaVine, but I have to trade Keldon Johnson. No thanks. Kevin Love, Tyus Jones. Let's see. De'Aaron Fox, Mitchell Robinson, Russell Westbrook. Ben Simmons should have been done a long time ago. Dame for CJ for Ben Simmons. But you know what? I'm rolling it. I'm rolling with it. CJ McCollum, he's going to go down overall. He's down to an 85. Not too bad. Dame is down. Aiden, Brandon Ingram, Keldon Johnson, and Kobe White's an 80. So let's get it, man. I don't know what to expect. Ingram next to Dame and CJ. It is possible this backcourt can win a championship. I'm going to prove to the world it would have been possible if done correctly. So 8-man rotation. CJ McCollum, Dame, and then you got proficiency at a 4-star perimeter centric. So we're going to roll it to a perimeter centric, and let's go win a championship with the Blazers, hopefully. Dame and CJ get the first seed in the Western Conference. It is possible, boys. We can win a championship with this team. Brandon Ingram. I mean, we do have the help of DeAndre and Keldon Johnson, Kobe White, and, Brandon and DeAndre Ayton. But hey, we're still here. So let's go ahead and see if we can get to the finals with this team. We get the Clippers in round 1. I really hope we don't get 8th seeded here, and we are going to beat them in 6. I was a little scared there, but now we get the second round Grizzlies simulating, and we beat them in 5. Okay. Minnesota in the Western Conference Finals. Somebody current round against them, and we're going to lose in 6 of the conference finals. Okay. So Timberwolves going to win the championship, and now we have one last team to do, and that is the Golden State Warriors. And my goal in life is to end this video with a championship, because honestly, this has gone horribly wrong. I have not won. I think I've literally won 2 or 3 championships in this video, and that's it. Like, it's not went my way. I thought this would be easy, but it's definitely not at all. It is the last team in the Western Conference, and I already know what I want to do. That is trading Klay Thompson. We saw how bad he went down in overall. I mean, this team already alone is super good. So I think if I can just flip Klay and get something better for him, I mean, whatever it might be, I don't care what it is. I just don't want to have an 81 Klay Thompson. And then Ben Simmons pops up again. Let's Siakam. I actually like the idea of Siakam on the Warriors, so I am going to go ahead or Porzingis is cool as well, but I'm going to grab Porzingis, or I'm going to grab Siakam for his defensive prowess. I think that's just going to be a little bit better for us, so I'm going to move him to power forward. He goes up here for the Warriors. Okay. And then I'm going to trade Draymond Green as well, because I know he goes down like crazy. I'm going to throw Moses Moody with him and Patrick Baldwin, and let's see if we can get Maxey and Tobias Harris. Already loving that trade a lot. Not done that one time. We've not gotten Max in this video once. He's popped up several times, and I've passed on him every time. So why not end the video off with him? Let's do it. We're going to get Maxey and Tobias Harris. We're trading quite a bit of our depth, but Harris and Maxey makes up for it. So looking at it now, Steph Curry, which we're going to move Jordan Poole probably to shooting guard. So Jordan Poole is going to be the 2. So we'll have Stephen Curry, Jordan Poole, and Tyrese Maxey. You have Andrew Wiggins. You have Tobias Harris, Siakam, and then you have James Wiseman and Looney. So I think all I really need to do now is move probably Tobias Harris or Kuminga to small forward. We should be good. I'm going to move Kuminga to the 3. And I think I'm going to roll with this. I mean, I like this. We got Siakam. Wiseman should go up in overall. Stephen Curry is still that guy. And then Jordan Poole should help him out. So Player progression's looking decent. Maybe we should still be looking for a home run. I don't know. Should I be getting like a 90 overall and hoping that pushes me where I want it to be? I don't know. We can get Paul George, but we have to trade a lot of our depth. Is that worth it at this point? Not really. Paul George would be very intriguing, but I'm already confident in the roster we have. So, yes, I would love Paul George. He is a 90, but at this point, I think we're just better off sticking with our depth. I think depth is going to be better than having Paul George. That's just way too much to give up for Paul George. So, liking this a lot. Rotation looks great. I mean, Wiseman's up to an 80. Jordan Poole, the bench looks fantastic as well. So, yeah, I think to end off this video, this team should 100% win a championship. Hopefully, anyway. 4.5 perimeter centric. You have Stephen Curry, one of the greatest players to ever play the game of basketball. So, hopefully, we end off the video with a ring. Hopefully, anyway. So, we didn't end off as the first seed, which I'm already not liking as a good sign. But player stats, we had 31 from Steph, 17 from Jordan Poole, 15 from Maxey, 14 from Siakam, 13 from Wiseman. So, yeah, not really sure what to expect here. We get the Blazers in round 1. Hopefully, we don't get upset in round 1. We are going to lose both games, but we come back and beat them in 7. We barely got out of that. Now we get the Clippers in round 2, who just upset the Mavericks. Should we have gotten Paul George is the question, and no, we come back on them. So let's go. Okay, this is our ticket to the Western Conference Finals, or to the Finals. We have to end off on the Finals, and it's not looking good, boys. All right, 8-man rotation. We come back from this. We can do it. We win game 3, we win game 4, and we're in it. No, okay, come on. All right, we can do this. Game 5 in New Orleans. All we got to do is Stephen Curry just had have a magical game. We're going to a game 7 back in San Fran. The Warriors fans, as we know, some of the craziest fans, some of the loudest fans. Can we do it? And we do beat them by 2. Going to game 7 to, I was about to say the Oracle, but that is not their arena anymore. What? I don't even remember what their arena is called anymore, but it's in San Fran. That's all I know. Can we beat the Pelicans to go to the finals to play the Celtics to end off the video? It's not looking good, boys. It's not looking good. They take the lead. They're going to run away with it. We had it in our back pocket. Man, what a failure today, I will say. The Celtics going to win the championship. The Pelicans beat us in 7. Okay. That's going to end the video. That video was, what? I've been recording for 2 hours. That is crazy. So, that is every single Western Conference team rebuilt in one video. Ultimately won probably like 3 championships or 2. I can't remember. So, overall, not great. Not great. Not great. So, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you for watching. If you guys want to see the Eastern Conference teams tomorrow, definitely leave a like on this video. Comment down below if you enjoyed watching this. If you didn't, let me know that as well. But for now, this is Crushables. I'm going to go rest my voice. I'm saying peace. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you click here to watch another video that I know you'll love.